everyone, it's Mia and I hope you are all having a wonderful Friday. Today I was actually going to edit a video that I filmed a year ago, which was my spirituality ritual, and I thought it would still be relevant and it wasn't. I have changed my spirituality ritual a lot just in the past year, and I think at the time I thought it was good, but now I'm looking back and I'm like, I was a little bit camera shy. I didn't really know how to say a lot of information quickly, and I'm still working on it obviously, but I think back then I definitely was not as comfortable in front of the camera, and I still am not, but I'm trying to get better. But anyways, I just never ended up editing that video because right after I filmed it, I went to college in New York, and then things just got super crazy and I never got around to editing it. But you know what? I'll film another one if you guys want to see that. So comment down below if you would like to see a spirituality ritual. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for new videos every Friday. And if you like this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up and comment down below letting me know why you like it. So today's video is going to be episode 1 in a series that I am going to be starting on this channel about health and wellness, specifically talking about my experience with different vitamins and supplements and tea and smoothies and whatnot that I take to help with my personal health. I definitely take a fair amount of vitamins and that kind of thing. I've recently gotten more into it just in terms of for sleep and fatigue and just my mental health, and I have low blood pressure and a couple of other random genetic health problems, and I think they're definitely all somehow linked. I don't know how. I have definitely brought some of them up to doctors and gotten actual medical help with certain things. For my mental health, I am seeing a psychologist, but in terms of some of the other things, I haven't quite gotten to the bottom of it yet, and it's weird because I don't really open up about it in person. I know a lot of people I know and my friends watch my videos, so you're probably like, what? But yeah, surprise, I guess. Not really a surprise, but I just don't really talk about my health that much, but it is something that I've been trying to work on and something that I've been doing a lot of research on in terms of the vitamins and supplements, because I am the type of person that if there is an herbal or natural remedy, I would rather do that first and try it and see if it works than just going straight to prescription medications. Just my own personal stance on it, I guess, because for me, I tend to not really react that well to medications or medical procedures in general, so I try to stray away from it. But I'm not a doctor, obviously. If you need to take any kind of prescription medication to feel your best, do that. Listen to your doctors and make sure that you're getting the help that you need, because it's very personal, and I think that with health and mental health, it is really you have to figure it out for yourself kind of what works, and it is a lot of trial and error, which kind of sucks because you just want things to get better, but you do have to try out a few things before you really find what works. So that's kind of what I've been doing, just trying out different herbal remedies and stuff like that, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of the herbal remedies that I use and natural things like that, vitamins, supplements, whatever, and also even just food and powders and smoothies that I use and teas, even just little things that I do using essential oils and aromatherapy, and just kind of a more integrative method that I use for my health. And I can film a video going into depth about my own personal health problems, and maybe you guys will relate, maybe it'll help you guys, maybe you guys could even share tips that you have if you struggle with similar things, and just leave it in the comments below. Also, I'm gonna try to be super transparent. It's weird for me because I don't really open up about this stuff even in person. As I said, I don't know, talking to a camera somehow is easier for me, but yeah, I'll try to be super transparent about how long I've been taking these supplements and the effects and good and bad and all that stuff. None of it is sponsored, obviously. I'm pretty small. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to tell you guys all the information and like which supplements help which problems, and that's why I'm breaking it into a series, so that way you guys can kind of choose which videos are relevant to you. Just once again, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. None of this stuff has been like prescribed to me. It's all over the counter, natural, whatever. Most of it you can get at like Whole Foods or like Target even. It's completely safe, and I will let you know if there are certain vitamins and supplements that can interfere with other medications and things like that. But also I would recommend before starting any of these supplements to talk to your healthcare provider, because once again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know your situation. It works for me. It may not work for you. Everyone is totally different. So yeah, just make sure that before using any of this stuff that you talk to your doctor first, because you never know. I don't know, like certain medicines interfere, certain things are not good to take together, whatever. So it may work for me, but not for you. So just make sure. And one last little thing is that everything that I will be mentioning in this series is all vegan. I'm vegan, so obviously everything I'm taking is vegan. And today's video is going to be specifically the supplements and vitamins that I take because I'm vegan. So yeah, it's pretty much going to be, if you're vegan or vegetarian, this could be helpful for you. Alright, so that was a long intro, but let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start out with probably the most famous vitamin for vegans and vegetarians, which is B12. I'm sure you've heard of it if you are vegan or vegetarian, because it is so important if you are vegan or vegetarian, because you can only get B12 through animal products. So obviously if you don't eat animal products, you're not getting B12. And so it is really important to take a B12 supplement if you are vegan or vegetarian, and if you're not already taking one, I would highly recommend taking it because it helps with many different problems that you might be having. So you're probably wondering, why is a vitamin so important? Like, clearly if you're vegan or vegetarian and you haven't been taking it, you're probably like, what? Like, I'm fine. Like, but it's actually super important to take B12. It can help with so many different things and problems that you might be having that you don't even realize are caused by a lack of B12. Like for me, I would always get leg cramps, and I was like, why am I getting these like weird leg cramps? And it was because I was not getting B12. And because I personally have been vegetarian since I was 6, and then I went vegan when I was, I think, 15 or 16. And so yeah, it's been a long time for me, and so I've always had these like leg cramps, and then once I started taking B12, they completely went away. And it was because B12 helps with your nervous system, and so if you don't get B12, you'll have like nerve problems. And it also just like, it's so many other things. Like, it helps with your vision, it helps with fatigue and like symptoms of depression, it helps your brain. Like, there are just so many things that B12 is necessary for. And also having low blood pressure. I have like super low blood pressure, which is another one of my health problems that I was talking about. But having low blood pressure and not having my B12 was not good because B12 helps a lot with your blood too, and just like circulation and stuff. So that's just another thing too. If there were no other vitamins that I took, like, I would still take B12. Like, if I could only choose one, it would be B12 for sure, because it's just so important if you're vegan or vegetarian to take B12. So now that my little lecture is over, I can tell you kind of about which ones I've been taking and how long I've been taking them and what I like and didn't like about each one. So personally, I have been taking B12 since like sophomore year, or maybe, no, not even sophomore year, I think junior year of high school. Because I went vegan sophomore year, and then junior year I started a vegan club at my school. It was just like a vegan environmental club. Yeah, and so one of the members of my club was like, hey, like, have you heard about this thing called B12? And I was like, what? What's that? Like, I've never heard of it. And he was like, yeah, it's like really important if you're vegan, so like you should really look into taking it. And I was like, I started doing some research, and I was like, oh my gosh, like all of these symptoms are things that I've just been complaining about for years, but I have no idea like what was causing it. And so it was because I didn't have B12. And after I started taking B12, like pretty much all of those symptoms went away. And so anyways, what I started out taking was this. And this is a spray form of B12. It's by MyKind Organics, and I'm pretty sure it's just straight up B12, and it has like some food blend. But yeah, it's just this spray B12. It's really gentle, it's completely harmless. Yeah, so I started taking this at first. I would just like spray it in water and drink that, or I would spray it in like juice or something like that because it has like kind of a berry flavor. And I took this specific kind of B12 for probably like 2 or 3 years, I think. Yeah, but anyways, so I took this for like a long time, so I can definitely tell you that this is like tried and true. It's really good, it tastes pretty good, and I would say like if you're kind of like hesitant to take like a pill, or if you just like don't really like taking pills, this would definitely be a good option for you because it's like a spray liquid, as I said. And so yeah, or even like if like for kids, I guess if you have like kids who are vegan, this is like a good option, I feel like, because it's just like a liquid spray and it like tastes good and whatnot. It's good if you're starting out with supplements but you're not like really interested in the idea of like taking a pill. So I would say like this is pretty much what I swore by for like 2 or 3 years, and I even recommended it to my grandma who's vegetarian, and she's been vegetarian her whole life. I would really highly recommend this. And so you're probably like, why did I stop taking that one? And it wasn't because I didn't like it or anything, like I have no problem with it. It was pretty much just because once I went to college, it was just less convenient. Like I couldn't really find it anywhere, and because you have to like spray it. I mean, I guess you could just spray it directly in your mouth, but for me, I don't know, it was just not very convenient. I just wanted to take a pill and leave. So I got this pill form of B12. So this actually has B12, B6, and folate, and beetroot. But this is a pill. It's a little hefty, not gonna lie. That's kind of why I stopped taking this one, which I'll show you what I'm taking now. But this one's by MegaFood, and it's just this vegan B12. And once again, all of this stuff is vegan, plant-based. Don't worry, it's all vegan. I didn't take this for that long, to be honest, just because the pill was pretty big. And I also, transitioning into what I'm taking now, this. So this kind of transitions into my next vegan supplement, which is iron. And so this is VegLife, 100% vegan, vegan iron, 25 milligrams. And this one is not just iron, it is iron, B12, folate, and vitamin C. So personally, I really enjoy this supplement because it has pretty much all the vegan supplements in one tiny pill. I can take out one of the pills and show you. But yeah, this is literally the size of it. It's like smaller than my fingernail. A super tiny little pill, but it has everything that you need in it, B12 and iron, and folate, which that other one has in it, and vitamin C, which is always good for just like preventing illness. But yeah, I just preferred to take a smaller pill with everything that I needed in it rather than taking like a separate big pill for B12 and then like another separate big one for iron and so on. So I really love this and highly recommend this VegLife vegan iron. It's kind of like my holy grail. But yeah, so as I was kind of saying, B12 is super important, and next on my list is iron. Iron is very important too. If you don't get enough iron, you will become anemic, possibly. So it's really important to get iron, and I never got to the point of being anemic actually, but I definitely have been prone to like fainting. I've just had like fatigue and lightheadedness and headaches. One of my friends who's also vegetarian, he would always say he was having like heart palpitations, and it was also because he wasn't getting enough iron. So yeah, lack of iron can also be really serious. It can become a huge problem. So it is important to make sure that you're getting just the right amount of iron, because you can also have too much and it can cause cause constipation, so obviously that's not good. So one way to tell if you are lacking in iron is just to get a blood test at the doctor, but another way to just kind of tell on your own is if you're feeling lightheaded or weak, or if you are prone to fainting like I am, or if you have brittle nails, brittle hair, dry skin. Those can all be signs also that you are lacking in iron. So I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and take an iron supplement. And if you are vegan or vegetarian, I would highly recommend taking iron, and especially this one. It's only 25 milligrams, so it's pretty low, it's pretty gentle, it's not gonna mess you up. And I'm definitely like concerned about, like, you know, I don't want to get like constipated or anything, obviously, and I definitely have not experienced that at all with this iron. So yeah, 25 milligrams, super low dose, but just enough to be sufficient. Another one that I'm going to talk about is a women's multivitamin. So I mean, I'm not really sure like what distinguishes it to be for women, but I'm sure that they have like other ones if you don't want to take the women's one. This one is also by MyKind Organics, which is the one that is by Alicia Silverstone from Clueless, and I love her. So she's also vegan, so this is a great brand. And this first B12 that I talked about, the little spray, it's also by MyKind Organics. And yeah, just in general, this brand is really good. They have a lot of different vitamins and supplements. They're all vegan and in general just pretty good. So this is the women's multivitamin, and I will probably be mentioning this one a lot throughout this series because it has been really helpful for me. It's just chewable vitamins and they taste pretty good, and it kind of hits a lot of the vitamins that you need anyways, especially if you're vegan. This one does have B12 in it as well, but it's like enough that like you can take like this and this combined. It's not like too much. This one does not have iron, so you're not going to be getting too much iron if you take this one and that one. There's no like overlap in that, but this one is really good. It has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, thiamine, riboflavin. Thiamine is B1 and riboflavin is B2. I'm probably saying those so wrong, but it has niacin, B6, folate, B12, biotin, pantothenic acid, zinc, selenium, manganese, and chromium. So a lot going on here. I will kind of decode this for you a little bit. So as far as like for like skin and hair, vitamin A, vitamin E, biotin, and selenium are good for that. This one also, as I said, covers vitamin B1, B2, B6, and B12. I have found in my research that people who are deficient in B vitamins tend to be more prone to like depression and fatigue and sleep problems, which I am. So having a multivitamin with a bunch of B vitamins in it has been really helpful for me. And it also just has like some other good things in here, like vitamin C, which is everyone kind of knows, and vitamin D. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all of them that I am aware of what they kind of do. But yeah, overall, I would say that this is a pretty good supplement. It pretty much covers everything except iron. But with these two supplements, the iron and this, I would say I definitely have noticed a huge improvement. When I don't take my vitamins, I definitely notice a difference in a bad way. Like, it's really important for me to take my vitamins. Yeah, I would say if you have any symptoms of like depression, fatigue, sleep problems, even just like lightheadedness, which I would always have, this and this, VegLife and MyKind supplements are really good. And I would say if there were only like my top two or whatever, it would definitely be those. I've been taking the combination of these two for about a year and I definitely have loved it. And and I will probably never change off of these, so you can kind of tell how much I like these. And once again, it's obviously not sponsored. I'm like have barely any subscribers, but yeah, it's really good and really helpful, especially if you're vegan or vegetarian. I would highly recommend taking these, and also just like talking to your doctor about it. They'll try to help you find like a good combination of like vitamins and stuff that works for you, and they can help you like determine whether you're like low on iron or any other vitamins, minerals, whatever, just by doing like blood tests and seeing what works for you. And if you want to like talk to them about these, I would definitely recommend doing that. But yeah, it's pretty much just like fruit and vegetables, and it has holy basil in it, which is really good. I will definitely be talking about holy basil in a different video about more like mental health. But yeah, this, it has that, it has cranberry, and yeah, just in general like a lot of good fruits and vegetables as like the kind of base for the vitamin, because it's like a little gummy. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend that vitamin. And last but not least, I'm sure a lot of people, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you know that when you tell people that, the most common thing they say is, what about protein? And I have you covered. Not that you should be taking vitamins just because people are asking you about it, but yes, if you are having trouble getting protein in your diet, once again, I would definitely recommend just eating things with protein in it, like nuts and beans, tofu, quinoa. That's the ones that are coming to me right now, but there are plenty of foods that are vegan that have protein in it, contrary to popular belief. I know a lot of people are like, what? Peanut butter, any nuts, any beans, any seeds. Quinoa, as I said, is really good. There are even pastas that I've seen that have like, they use like whole wheat protein pasta or whatever, and then obviously tofu is like the most common one that everyone knows about. Yeah, there are plenty of options for natural ways of getting protein. But if you are looking to just get a little boost of protein, I wouldn't recommend taking this like every day, or like, I don't know. I've never had a problem with it, to be honest, but protein isn't something that you need like a ton of unless you're like, I don't know, weightlifting or something like that. Like if you're trying to like bulk up, or I don't know, if you just want to like get some more like muscle definition, I guess, or you like just worked out or something, I don't know, or you just want more protein and you don't like tofu, I don't know. This is a good option. This is Vega plant-based protein, and I get the chocolate flavored one. There's also vanilla, which I don't like as much, but it's alright. I just am a chocolate person. But this is vegan protein powder. It is completely plant-based, vegan. You can, I mean, there's like a little scoop in here, and I want to say it's like, I don't know what the actual amount is. I think it's like this much. You can see like comparison to my face. I don't even put that much in my smoothies. That's how I take this powder, is I put it in smoothies. I have not tried just like putting it in like almond milk, or like making like a little milkshake, Filkshake. That's what I call it, Filk, because it's fake milk. People don't like that name. I completely understand why. It sounds gross, but yeah, if you want to make like an almond milk or like coconut milk milkshake with this, I guess that would be another way to do it. I just put it in my smoothies, and I don't even put the full scoop. I just do like maybe like a quarter, nah, more like a third of that, just because once again, I'm a little bit wary of protein. I don't think you need that much, to be honest, and like personally for my own body, I just don't like see the need to like get like super like bulky for myself, like just my own aesthetic. I don't really feel like getting bulky, but like if that's something that's important to you and you're vegan, I would say that this is pretty good. Even like my brother and my dad are not vegan, but they use it and they're definitely like interested in like the muscle building. I would definitely recommend that protein powder for vegans. It's a good way to get protein, and I've been using it for like, it's hard to say because I don't use it like every day. I don't even use it like every week. I really only use it like here and there as needed. But I guess the first time I tried it was probably probably like junior year of high school, so like 3-ish years ago. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend that. It's pretty gentle, as I said, especially if you put it in a smoothie. It's not like you're gonna be like, I don't know, you're not gonna get like into like a muscle man or something, but like it definitely will help. If your goal is to bulk up, it will definitely help with that, but like I personally don't want to do that, and so I don't. So I feel like it allows you to kind of like control how the protein is used, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's like a good protein supplement, but once again, I wouldn't use it every day personally, but you can. But yeah, I like it, it's good. So one last thing I forgot to mention is omega-3s. So omega-3s help with a lot of serious health problems, and specifically for me, it has helped with depression. So I get my omega-3s from flax seeds and chia seeds. And this is actually milled flax seeds, so it's like a powder kind of, and these are just like chia seeds. I just put them in smoothies depending on, I've just like switch it up. Sometimes I do chia seeds, sometimes I do flax seeds. They're really like not really even noticeable in smoothies. But another thing you can do is do like a chia pudding or like jam or something like that. Like there are a lot of different things you can do with chia seeds because they kind of turn into this like jelly like substance when you put them in water overnight. Yeah, it's really cool what you can do with them. I just like grind them up in a smoothie, but you can make a lot of different recipes with chia seeds, and yeah, just look them up. I can like some in the description too, because there are so many things you can do with chia seeds. So that's pretty much all I have for vegan supplements. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know why in the comments. And I look forward to filming more videos for this series. I hope you enjoy. I am really excited about this series, if you can't tell. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this was helpful. So have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you in my next video.